Okay, good afternoon everyone. Today we will discuss about the topic that is kingdom fungi. Now what are the basic characteristics of kingdom fungi? First of all, the fungi is multicellular with exception being yeast which is unicellular. Fungi is also eukaryotic, that is they possess a well-defined nucleus. Fungi contains cell wall. Yes, the body is made up of cell wall which is made up of molecule called chitin. The body of fungi is made up of filaments which is called hyphae. These are called hyphae, these structures. And the network of hyphae is called mycelium. This together, this hyphae all together, this forms mycelium. This provides a large surface area for absorption of nutrients. And this is the main advantage of this hyphae and mycelium. Now, since the fungi lacks chlorophyll, so their mode of nutrition is heterotrophic, which is either saprophytic or parasitic or symbiotic. Saprophytic means they feed on dead organism. Parasitic means this parasitic fungi, they causes a variety of diseases in humans as well as in plants also. That is, they derive their nutrition from living organisms. Yes, they are harmful, indeed. Symbiotic means they form a symbiotic association with either algae, which is called the lichen, or they form symbiotic association with roots of higher plants, which is called mycorrhiza. In this symbiotic association, like both the algae and fungi benefit from each other, similarly the higher plants and fungi, they also benefit from each other. And the reproduction of fungi may be either sexual or asexual, and sometimes vegetative mode of reproduction is also seen in fungi. Fungi is immotile, that is they do not show locomotion. That is they do not move from one place to another. The best example of fungi is that of mushroom. Now, as I have said about the asexual mode of reproduction, we can see that asexual mode of reproduction in fungi occur by means of either sporangiophore or conidiophore, which we will discuss later in which fungi which type of reproduction occurs. Now, this is the steps of sexual reproduction in fungi. Okay. First of all, we can see the first step is that of plasmogamy. These are the two separate cells. Okay. First, the fusion of this protoplasm occurs. Okay. Yes, first of all, as we can see here, this protoplasm fusion occurs, and hence this term is called plasmogamy. After this fusion of protoplasm occurs, this stage is called dikaryon stage, which is seen in some fungi, but not all fungi. Okay. After this plasmogamy stage, in this dikaryon stage, two nucleus are there in a single cell. After this dikaryon stage, which is followed by a third stage called the karyogamy, in which these two nucleus they fuses with each other. As we can see here, this is the result of the fusion of the two nucleus. And after this process occurs, meiosis occurs, and we know that meiosis is called reduction division. So after this process, meiosis leads to the formation of haploid spores. Till you clear? Okay. Now here are the various modes of vegetative reproduction in fungi. The first mode is called fragmentation. This occurs in fungi, a class of fungi named Basidiomycetes, which I'll discuss later. And the second process is called budding. We can see from the mother cell, a bud arises, as we can see here. A bud arises from the mother cell. This occurs in a specific type of yeast. And in fragmentation also we can see that here this part is broken to give rise to two separate fungi. In this fission process, it also occurs in a particular type of yeast. Okay, this mother cell, it divides to form two daughter cells, as we can see here. This is the mother cell, it forms two daughter cells. Now here are the various classes of fungi. The first class is zygomycetes, which is also known as conjugate fungi. Here sexual reproduction, as I have said, results in formation of spore, which is called the zygospore. And asexual reproduction occurs by means of sporangiosperm, as I have discussed already previously. Here the hyphae of this fungi is aseptate and choanocytic. And the typical example of this fungi is Mucorrhizopus. Now the second class of fungi is the ascomycetes, which is also known as sac fungi, and the spore of this fungi, the sexual spore of this fungi is known as ascospore. Here asexual reproduction is seen by means of conidia, and in this type of fungi the hyphae is septate and branched. Example of this fungi is Penicillium and Aspergillus. Now another class of fungi is known as Basidiomycetes, which is commonly known as club fungi. Here the sexual spore of this fungi is called the basidiospore. Asexual reproduction in this type of fungi is not seen, whereas in this type of fungi vegetative reproduction by means of fragmentation is seen. In this class of fungi the hyphae is septate and branched. Example of this fungi is Agaricus and Pseudoria. Now another class of fungi is known as Deuteromycetes, which is commonly known as imperfect fungi. In this fungi sexual reproduction is absent, where asexual reproduction in this fungi occur by means of conidia, and the hyphae of this type of fungi is septate and branched. Example of this fungi is Alternaria and Trichoderma. Clear? Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.